I need to find a better way to to set my phone up because I keep sitting on the floor to film these videos, and at 26 weeks pregnant, it's not so comfortable anymore. Um, oh my gosh. I am sorry about the mess. Basically, I have been at a B&B with my dad, who's been staying from the UK. So I've been at the B&B for over a week, and I came back to my place last night because I wanted to stay with my boyfriend for a night, and my mom had sent me a whole ton of stuff from the UK, and I needed to sort of like start unpacking it. So things are just a little chaotic in here, so excuse the background. Anyway, I just wanted to do my 26-week pregnancy update. It's honestly crazy that I'm at this point now. It feels like yesterday when I found out I was pregnant and I was just going through the whole trauma of the first trimester. You have to excuse my throat. I've noticed now that I've like stayed away from this house and come back to it, I keep coughing in this house. So I'm kind of worried that I'm allergic to my own cats. Anyway, so as far as the 26 weeks update is concerned, I'm gonna talk about like new symptoms and kind of how I'm feeling at this point in the pregnancy. I just wanted to make a little, not make something, I'm tired. I just wanted to say at the beginning of the video that in regards to my last video with the lymph node, I'm not going to discuss that too much in this video. However, I will say that the lump that I found is still very much present and has not gone, and I'm awaiting to see a doctor again about it in 4 days. So I'll make a whole video about that later. But I'm trying to stay positive aside from that, so we're not going to talk too much about that, and I'll just kind of talk about my experiences in the past week or so of pregnancy. So as far as 26 weeks of pregnancy is concerned, I'm starting to feel a lot of pressure down there, especially among like when I'm walking. I've noticed after 20 minutes of walking, it's getting a little difficult. I don't know if it's because my baby is breached, so her butt is like right on my C-section scar, or what, but I'm definitely like feeling the pressure. Luckily, I'm still pretty mobile. I'm able to get in and out of bed properly, and you know, I'm still walking a lot. I'd say I'm walking at least 2 miles every day, probably more, just because my dad's vacationing here. I am so sorry. Excuse my sniffling and sneezing. I think it's whatever allergies I've got here. So yeah, I'm getting just a lot more pressure down there, and I don't think baby girl is turning. So it seems like she's pretty comfortable with her ass in my pelvis. Great, got a cat hair. And as far as breech pregnancies are concerned, I've never had a non-breech pregnancy, but what I can tell you is the kicks are starting to hurt. Because with a breech pregnancy, they're kicking your vag all day, and their head is in your stomach, so that's causing acid reflux on top of the rest. So the kicks are getting a little uncomfortable, and I've noticed like the most uncomfortable thing is if I'm laying down and she decides to like reposition her booty, like when she moves her butt in my pelvis, it hurts. And yeah, it's not fun. And as far as Braxton Hicks contractions are concerned, I've had about the same amount as the past couple weeks, so that's not increased, so I'm sure that's good. So yeah, and obviously I'm getting a lot of movement now. It's all the time, and at 26 weeks, that's when you're supposed to start kick count. So if you notice reduced movements, you're supposed to have 10 kicks per hour. I haven't really like been counting the kicks per hour here, say, because obviously between week 25 and week 26, the pattern isn't gonna totally change. Like from my personal experience, when I walk a lot and I'm going around the house doing lots and lots of walking, it kind of rocks her to sleep, so I don't normally like notice a lot of movement when I'm doing a lot of walking. But again, I'm also focusing on other things, so I'm sure she's moving around in there and I just don't notice it. But every time I sit down or I'm in the car or I eat, I'm noticing a lot of movement. So I've not been counting kicks, but obviously if at any point I notice some reduced movements, I'll obviously lay on my left side and go through that whole kick counting process. But I'm hoping that's not something I have to experience this pregnancy, because I got seen for reduced movements at least 3, maybe 4 times with Chloe between week 26 and 36. So yeah, I've had a lot of movement. I've noticed, aside from the sunburn, my skin has stayed fairly good, fairly acne free. I did have a little breakout because I tried out these new skincare products that were offered to me during a skincare consultation, and they didn't suit my skin personally. But aside from that, I've had pretty good skin. My hair, I've noticed, has started falling out a little, which is super weird because it was so thick and healthy during most of my pregnancy. And I heard like you get postpartum hair loss, but I didn't think it would like start breaking, coming out at the end of my pregnancy. But I don't know, I guess that's the thing for me. And in terms of cravings, oh my gosh, I've just been going crazy for honestly everything in sight. Like, I can't believe my appetite. I'm just shocked. I'm eating so much, maybe 3 times the amount as my personal fitness training boyfriend. And I mean, like, he's working out at the gym and training clients, and like, he's like 6'3", and I think I'm eating like 3 times the amount as him. So it's honestly absolutely crazy. And I've noticed I get like really moody if I don't eat. Like, as soon as I'm hungry, I need to get to food ASAP or I'm gonna have a tantrum. Yeah, like yesterday I was just like eating all day. It was crazy. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast, but I had like a ginormous salad for lunch with salmon, and then my boyfriend ended up giving me like a quarter of his salad because I was still hungry, and then I got dessert on top of that, and then I was still hungry as soon as we left the store. So then I had like 2 protein bars. It was just crazy. And then going on to weight gain, I have gained, I think, 3 pounds in the past 2 weeks, because partly my dad has been staying on vacation here for 2 weeks, so normally I'm at my own house and I'm cleaning all day, every day, exerting myself, tiring myself out, and I don't really have the chance to eat as much. Like, I'll eat, but like not as much. So because I've been on vacation and I've had a lot more time to relax, I've definitely had the opportunity to eat a lot more. So I'm now weighing in at 167 pounds. No, I mean 168 pounds, and I started this pregnancy at 154. So I guess that's like a 14-pound weight gain. And again, with my experience with my daughter, all the weight gain happened like after 20 weeks. And again, it seems to be like very rapid weight gain again after 20 weeks. But that just seems to be like how my body goes. I know it's supposed to be like a slow, steady from like week 12 or something to week 40. But for me, it's always been between week 20 and week 36. I think I gained like 35 pounds in those 16 weeks with my daughter. So like, that's a lot of weight. Maybe even 40 pounds. So yeah, I'm just kind of expecting that I'm gonna gain like weight quite quickly the rest of the pregnancy, and then it will just come off quickly after birth. But I'm not gonna like restrict myself. I'm not like binging or anything. I'm eating till I'm satisfied, and it just so happens that I'm like starving. So yeah. Anyway, I'm also expecting that the weight gain is going to slow down when I come back to my own house and I'm going back into the routine of constant housework and mom life stuff. So, you know, I'm letting my body do its thing for the next week. Anyway, yeah, I can't believe that I'm at 26 weeks. It's 10 weeks from this point that I had my daughter, and I'm sort of expecting the same to happen again. So I know that I've got 13 weeks maximum because I don't think my daughter's going head down. So I'm expecting a planned C-section at 39 weeks. So to think it's only like 3 months max is kind of scary. And most likely 10 weeks, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not ready. I don't have the stuff I need, but I'm getting there. I'm honestly kind of waiting till like last minute. I feel like I'm gonna just start panicking at like 30 weeks. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to get as much as I can cheap now, and then eventually if I just can't find things secondhand or free, I'm gonna go ahead and like drop some money down at the end. So yeah. Oh yeah, and another thing I've had that's a weird symptom is the most vivid dreams. I know that's like a common pregnancy symptom. And I did have it a lot in the beginning of the pregnancy, but then it kind of wore off in the second trimester. And now I'm having like a lot of vivid dreams again, so it's kind of weird. It's mostly like dreams about delivery and birth, which I think is pretty common. I remember with my daughter, I was having a lot of birth related dreams before I had her. Anyway, I'm gonna round up this video now because I'm about to meet my dad and spend the day with him, and then I'll be having like a little Valentine's evening, I think, with my boyfriend, because tomorrow, which is Valentine's Day, I'm tied up with my daughter, so I'll probably do stuff with him tonight. Anyway, I know I talked super fast and I sound like so congested. I don't know what it is about my house. I need to figure this out. Anyway, I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.